Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about BitTorrent quite a lot. So if you guys like BitTorrent, if you guys hold BitTorrent, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So BitTorrent has been on this kind of a sideways spend for quite some time now on this chart. If we take a look, we've seen, this 0.0068 to about a 0.0075 for quite some time. We kind of stay between those lines for the most part, and we've been on this sideways bend for over almost a week. I mean, if we take a look at the last month, it's pretty much been that way, since April 9th, with a slow decrease as well. So we're continuing to see this really trend on, and it really just shows that there is a bullish week or month coming in the near future. I do want to explain that more into detail here in a second, but I do want to talk about how this 90% increase in the last month, a lot of people are still upset about that. Do remember, guys, we have a 90% increase in a month. Obviously, there is going to be some stabilization for a little bit. There's going to be some sideways trends. There's not going to be just straight up trends the entirety for BitTorrent, unfortunately. I do think BitTorrent has a very, very good month or year coming for it because of obviously the BTFS integrations with DLive. There's so much going on, and I'm going to go through pretty much all of that here in just a second. But let's jump a little bit deeper, I guess, into what BitTorrent is and why there's so much value behind it, and then jump back into those price predictions for May, June, and 2021. Do remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. This is not financial advice. We do see a very low $4.6 billion market cap right now, as well as volume below that $1 billion mark as well. So we do have a lot of potential in BitTorrent as it's still fairly low, and a lot of people don't realize, we could see massive climbs very, very soon. So let's jump straight into some of these most recent tweets by BitTorrent Inc. We see last week in BitTorrent, official DLive sponsored to play Apex tournament on April 17th. If you guys didn't know about this, 15 teams competed against each other, and winners shared $400 in prize pool. BTFS team made an ambitious roadmap on the future development of the BTFS network as well. So we continue to see good things happening with BTFS and BitTorrent altogether. So if we go to the next one, we see 400K followers, new milestone achieved for BitTorrent. This is huge, obviously, as we continue to see BitTorrent grow. It's already at 404.8K followers as more and more people are, kind of watching BitTorrent and seeing where it goes so that they can invest when they see a good dip or any, good potential in the future. So, BitTorrent's one of those coins that I do see, like I said, improving and increasing over time. So next we have the biggest one, probably the BTFS development updates, optimize the, the upload model of Go BTFS, looking for more stable and reliable nodes, and 20% upload speed increase currently in testing phase. So the homepage was also revamped under development on the BTFS scan. So there's a lot going on with BTFS, and they continue to put out new content. So we go on to the next. We're going to go to the actual website and kind of do a little bit of a review of what BitTorrent is, why the BitTorrent token itself is going to see good things come in the year 2021. So BitTorrent token, tokenizing the world's largest decentralized file sharing system and protocol with BTT. So BTT is a TRC10 utility token based on the blockchain that powers features of the most popular decentralized protocols and applications in the world. DApps powered by BTT include BitTorrent Speed, BitTorrent File System, DLive, and others in the pipeline. So we talked about some of the use cases behind BTT, but this is going to show you again BitTorrent Speed, obviously get faster download speeds, and BTT token rewards. So BitTorrent Speed is actually kind of available right now as a feature of BitTorrent, uTorrent Web, and as well as uTorrent Classic. You can actually see how it works here as well. You just enable your wallet, enjoy faster download speeds, and you earn BTT along the way. They say how to get started. You just get the free download from BitTorrent Web, uTorrent Classic, or uTorrent Web very easily. Then you can also see BitTorrent File System. So BTFS is both a protocol and network implementation that provides P2P mechanism for storing and sharing digital content in a decentralized filing system. So they also talk about some of the negatives of traditional filing systems as well as the positives of BitTorrent File System. And this is very important. So listen to this real quick. Traditional file storage systems have many disadvantages, including centralization or control by a single entity, the ability for governments to censor, higher costs, and low fault tolerance. BTFS is a decentralized filing storing system supported by millions of BitTorrent user nodes by running on the blockchain, which has a delegated proof of stake method of processing blockchain transactions. BTFS addresses these limitations. BTFS represents the first decentralized storage system that can be used by decentralized application DApp developers. Soon, BTT will be introduced into that BTFS ecosystem to incentivize a fair and abundant file system. So it's a very big news, obviously coming soon. It's been coming soon for a while, so we are a ways out. I do think though when this drops, BTFS specifically is going to have a huge impact on the price as well as the future of BitTorrent altogether. I think is going to rise at a steady rate. We also see DLive. So if you guys don't know what DLive is basically twitch.tv. It's a streaming application where people use it to stream video games or just talk in general in stream. So DLive is a live streaming community built on blockchain that empowers content creators and viewers through a revolutionary reward system. Broadcasting and viewers can earn without sharing the proceeds with the platform. As DLive moves towards that decentralization, the aim is to create a more open content platform. So soon BTT will be introduced to the DLive ecosystem to power virtual gifting, subscriptions, and viewer rewards. If you want to take a look at the website real quick, we can do so. So it's basically, like I said, twitch.tv. It's a little bit obviously not as used near as much as twitch.tv because twitch.tv is massive, obviously starting from justin.tv, moving to twitch.tv. And, it's going to be a while before DLive makes it that far. But, DLive does have some different streamers already taking advantage of the DLive platform. So we also see exchanges. So exchanges listing BitTorrent is, Binance, KuCoin, a lot of big names there, as well as exchanges and wallets supporting BitTorrent BTT airdrop program. There's some there as well. So there's a lot going on. Like I said, with DLive integration, BTFS, BitTorrent, the BitTorrent token really is starting to see a ton of different use cases. And I think, we're going to continue to see a lot of people jump into BTT, understanding that there's so much to come yet. And we've already seen such good growth. So like I said, BitTorrent speed as well. Obviously, so much behind the scenes that a lot of people don't really know about as well. So there's a lot of projects coming, a lot of potential utility behind BitTorrent. And because of that, I think it's still a great time to invest. I do think that this 0.007 mark is still a fairly good entry point. We've been talking about entry points for a while on BitTorrent. Obviously, if you could have got in at this dip for the crypto market crash where it dips down to that 0.0043, you're looking at a great profit already. And also, if you got in at this 0.000 or I guess 0.006, you're also looking at good profit there too. So it's really just about finding these small dips, taking advantage of those slight dips, and then jumping on board and just waiting this sideways trend out. I think if a lot of people are waiting this sideways trend out, if we continue to see this sideways trend for much longer, I do think we are going to break out and have a great couple weeks in a row. So BitTorrent's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure. But let's, without further ado, jump into those price predictions for May, June, and 2021. So first off, I think BitTorrent's going to continue on the rise. I think we will see this all-time high get taken over. April 4th was such a big time for us getting to that 0.0143, a massive increase. I do think like I said, with time we're going to get back to that. Right now, I think our price target really should be for May is about that same all-time high. If we could make it somehow closer to that 0.0143, that would be a great time, a great thing to do. I've talked about a 0.015, so about a 1.5 cent mark being our price prediction and price target. And I think that's still a reasonable spot for us to aim for. That would be a 2x in 1 month, but I do think, like I said, with BitTorrent, where it's at right now, with this sideways trend, I think it is time for it to break out. And I think that's definitely a possibility. We could also see it stay stagnant and sideways for another, 3 weeks, and then finally see a breakout. And it may take, early mid-June to actually reach that 1.5 cent prediction. But 1.5 cents is a reasonable prediction for me, and I'm going to keep it there for about a 2x in the month of May. I will say, guys, I always try to keep my price predictions on the conservative side. So this just shows how much BitTorrent is looking like a bull. I do think there's a lot of potential in the next couple months alone. So we'll continue to watch the next couple months and see where we go. But, June is going to be looking bullish as well. I think we will reach about a 2.25 cents, maybe 2.5 cents. But for the most part, I'm going to keep my price target a little bit on the conservative side, saying if we get over 2 cents in June, that would be a solid price point for us. 2 cents in June would still be, about a 3x from where we are now, which would be fantastic. So I think we're going to be continuing on that right path there. And I think with those massive increases that we may see in May and June, I think it will slow down just a little bit until the end of 2021. I do think there's a lot coming in 2021, so it won't completely halt, not even a little bit. But we may see, 2 to 3 weeks or, even a month or so stagnant, kind of this sideways trend that we've seen already in the last month. So I do think that's a possibility, but for the most part, I think BitTorrent is going to continue to increase in value, making its way hopefully closer to that 6 cent mark. I think 5 to 6 cents is a conservative price range for BitTorrent. It's that valuable in my opinion. So, my actual price prediction is going to be about 4 to 5 cents, but I think a price target or a price range of about 4 to 6 cents is definitely possible. So make sure to keep an eye on BitTorrent, see where it goes. I think it's definitely worth looking into and understanding why it's so valued right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about my price prediction. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next one.